Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel, and I want to talk about the political and ideological implication of the bilingualist policies that have been implemented in our country. So I think that it's crucial for us as teacher in training, taking into account the positive and the negative aspect of this in a critical way. For the reason, I want to explain four key concepts that I consider very relevant in this aspect. The first one is that bilingualism in our country is considered only or is addressed only in a English perspective. It means that in Colombia, a bilingual person is only is or generally is considered like a person that is able to speak in English, ignoring that in our country there are more than 65 native languages, and at the same time it could generate a gap between our own culture, our own languages, and foreign languages and foreign culture. So this is a very key aspect that it's important taking into account, because in the last years we have appreciated that the foreign language have been positioned like role models, for example, but at the same time we are ignoring our roots and our own culture, underrate indigenous people, Afro population as well. So the second point is that English have been addressed, have been appreciated like a tool to be more competitive in a job market, and this is a tool for the population to obtain a better salary, in contrast to consider English like a tool to understand in a better way the first or own culture or own background, and understand a global context. So I think that have been used English and the bilingualist policies in an instrumental way, than it could be negative in this analysis. So the third topic that I want to talk about is that bilingualist program and plans change very fast, because if this current government, for example, have a defined program, it's very possible that the next government come delete the goals, the plans, the purpose, the strategies, and implement their own program, their own plan. So it means that the progress, it's it's good, it's trashed, and a new government come different ideas, different perspective, as I mentioned before, different plans, and there is no a process, a long-term process. So there are a lot of short-term process that change with different government in power. So this is sad, because a lot of money is wasted in this program. But if we if we see deeper, these plans don't achieve their goals, don't achieve their purpose, because maybe they are changing very fast. So the fourth aspect that I want to talk about is that the bilingualist program in English have been supported in a theoretical way as a way to demonstrate to international organisms that there are and develop and advance in our country. I mean, Colombia belongs to OCDE. OCDE is an international organization that provides a lot of money for health, for education, that it's important in our in our context. And these plans are a way to demonstrate that there are develop, there are inversion. But if we see, it's contradictory, the theoretical framework and the practical, because Colombia is a very, very heterogeneous country, and this plan try to homogenize the populations. So one thing is that we can appreciate and read in the paper, but another thing completely different is what really happened in the territory, in different territories, in the rural area, for example. So th- there is not a coherence between the theoretical framework and the practice in their in, in their territory and the specific territory. So I think that these four aspects are key to analyze and very important at the moment to talk about the political and ideological implications. So if you have time, please let me know your comments, your answer. Um, I I'm going to be um, I'm going to be very attentive for this. So have a good one. Very thanks for your attention.